And speaking of weird decks, here we are live on the Mana Symbol channel, coming back at you with this Mono Black Coffers deck. So featuring the One Ring, the newly released card. Yeah, Trellin, I just saw that you finished your stream, and I was sad that I missed it, but my day's been a little all over the place, which I'll explain in a moment. So I took the mana base from your like Invoke Despair style lists, or I think it was a challenge Invoke Despair style list, because Sheoldred the Apocalypse is a card that I think syncs up with the One Ring really powerfully. Whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life, and you tap the ring to draw X number of cards where there's the number of burden counters, and then you lose 1 life per turn for each burden counter. So between the two of these, you have a super powerful draw engine, and also Sheoldred just kills people. And is just generally like not the worst card to have in Modern. Kind of annoying to remove for some decks. It's generally good against burn. There's a lot of popular burn decks right now, and aggressive decks right now. And then also Karn the Great Creator is just like a reasonable meta choice as well. So if you have enough spot removal to get through the early game against most of the aggressive decks, then that's kind of an okay way to finish off the game. And then the One Ring, of course, when it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, you'll gain protection from everything until your next turn. So that helps against a lot of aggressive decks too. So it's possible the concern for this deck will be controlling decks, although a lot of the decks that want to go long, Field of Ruin, Demolition Field, mess with them. We also have a singular copy of Barad-dûr, the tower. Is this the other tower from the 2 towers? It might be. Because one of them is Saruman's, whatever it's called, Isengard. There we go. So Barad-dûr enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a legendary creature. Very likely to enter the battlefield tapped. That's fine. And then it has XX black, amass X orcs. Activate only if a creature died this turn. I don't think it's likely to be particularly good, but if it's gonna be kind of okay anywhere, it'll be here, right? And it's an expedition mappable win condition, so that's appealing to me. Is Barad-dûr the other tower, or is like the place where the all-seeing eye is the other tower? I don't know, because I don't know if Sauron, the all-seeing eye, like the tower thing, I don't know if that ever gets a name, but maybe it did in the books, and then it just didn't matter. Anyway, so basically we've got a different payoff package than some of the other Tron or Black Coffers decks have, and then a bunch of interaction. I decided to sync up Cling to Dust and Nihil Spellbomb in this base, or in this build, rather than playing Relic of Progenitus and anything else. I just think incidental life gain from Cling to Dust might be helpful with the One Ring from time to time. So this, if you have them together, the One Ring can be drawing you cards, and Cling to Dust can be gaining you life as you're kind of pulling through. So we'll see. I'm excited to try this out as the first way to play the One Ring. Which of the legendary land cycle do you think has the most raw power, regardless of modern playability? That's a great question. Let's pop open Lord of the Rings. So we've got Barad-dûr, we've got Minas Tirith, we've got Mines of Moria, Rivendell, and the Shire. I think Mines of Moria might be the most powerful. It's got 3 in red, exile 3 cards from your graveyard, create 2 treasure tokens. This ability on its own is just kind of nuts. The fact that you can actually activate it at instant speed with no restriction is kind of insane. I mean, I guess the restriction is you have to have cards in your graveyard, but just in terms of something that's able to raw dog generate a resource, Minas Tirith also great. I don't agree with that. It's fine. It's certainly good in creature decks as a way to continue to have steam in humans. Yeah, the problem with both of these is in aggressive decks, if you don't have the legendary creature, stumbling on the tap land early in the game can be devastating. So that sounds annoying. Oh, we're against the 70 card Omnath guy. All right. Reasonable opening hand. Let's go. Let Daddy cook. Oh, I'm gonna let him cook. I don't know why that's what that made me think of, but it did. So what am I leading on here? If he's playing an Omnath deck or anything similar to it, I think we just fire off the Nihil Spellbomb here. There's a chance I want to like hold up Fatal Push so I can freely Night's Whisper onto. I suppose the downside of not getting this Spellbomb out on one are not very large. So I think I'd rather have the freedom to play the Night's Whisper on two. I suppose the downside is if they're playing Scam. But what is this song? This is Kirby Air Ride Celestial Valley. Can send you the compilation YouTube playlist that I'm listening to at the moment. I've been listening to a lot of this person's videos just because they just... Oh, don't pierce me, bro. No, don't do that. That's unnecessary. Oh, come on now. So now we're going to get punished for not playing the Spellbomb because they go red and 6? Yeah, the problem, Kakarot, is like... Oh, that's... Okay. The problem that I have with that, and maybe it's not a problem at all, but the problem that I have with that is the blue one, it's just like Castle Vantris is just like a much more free version without the downside of potentially having to deal with... What am I saying? It's fine. Yeah, having to deal with a tap land, right? I don't love the idea of having to deal with the tap land. So this is creativity. If I go Coffers, I have 5 mana this turn, and I can cast Karn and hold Fatal Push. But they have a Teferi, so my Fatal Push is irrelevant. So if they want to get a Archon in here, they're going to do it. I can always Karn for... I don't think I have a Pithing Needle. I don't. You can Thirst and hold up Push. That... Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with propane. Thank you. I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. But, you know. Yeah, it's I just left most of the Wishboard as is. The previous version had 2 Chalice of the Voids for some reason. I remember this one being kind of like, really? These cards? Is this what we're doing? And I put the 4th copy of the One Ring in the sideboard, but it's all good. And the number one thing we want to do here is Sundering Titan them. That said, if we can One Ring, it gives us protection from everything, which gives us protection from Archon triggers. Is not running main deck Thoughtseize a crime? In many of the builds of this deck, I've specifically seen no main deck Thoughtseize and only sideboard ones. And the main deck is just very, very committed to not losing to aggro decks. And I think the that as a general piece of wisdom is pretty consistent. If you're gonna slant your main deck in one direction, and if you're gonna slant your main deck in a direction, right, you want it to be towards beating aggressive decks, because you have to beat aggressive decks quickly, versus slower decks where you can afford to go slower. You have more time to draw the good cards against them. I don't, but what I'm saying is you want to have cards that are good against aggressive decks in your main deck more, and sideboard into beating mid-range and control decks on average. Okay. I think I'm just gonna go grab my One Ring, and then if I just get to untap next turn, I just grab. I probably get to grab. Because I can't Stone Brain them. I guess I could get EE to block. Oh no, really, Kakarot? Sundering and Bomb? I guess I could just grab Sundering Titan. The thing is, I just don't have my next land. So I'm not super enthusiastic about grabbing a card I can't cast. Right? And if we draw the land and Karn lives, and I don't think Karn's likely to die unless they want to spend a mana on a lightning bolt. And then if they do, I'll be glad that I grabbed the one. I don't know. I mean, it's 26 land deck, and I've got a Nihil Spellbomb to cycle. We're gonna find the land, right? We're gonna find the land. Yeah. Thank you for talking sense into me. Just always Titan. Always Titan. Blue, red, green were the three most prevalent colors. Okay, but so I think the leagues are more blue, but when you think about blue, like blue is in creativity and it's in Murktide and it's in a lot of decks where I don't feel like pressure. Are they just jamming again? Wild. I would feel bad, but we got punked by creativity twice yesterday. That's fine. So, I'll take it. If the Cling hits me a land, never mind. Merp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Clean sweep. Well, I think, Shauna, they felt pressured to jam like that. I guess I want to keep this, and I guess I want to keep these, and I guess I want to keep these, and I guess these are not great. I mean, I'd rather Bloodchief's Thirst. I'd rather Bloodchief's, because they had the I think they were leaning on the Teferi for that whole game. I suppose the other option here is to like just shave down on like Expedition map. Yeah. I don't love Fatal Push, even though it literally saved my life multiple times there. I also don't love Bloodchief's Thirst, but obviously map's kind of bad on the draw. Yeah. But without map, I would have been toast. But, I mean, you're not wrong. It's just... Yeah. We've got push for goblins. We've got march for goblins. I think the spell bombs are okay, but yeah, this is fine. I just kind of want some spell bombs because I don't know. Yeah, I agree with wanting the map. Like, it's even if it is slow, it's worth it, right? This has got, yeah, this is, well, it doesn't have a Urborg. I think I'm gonna keep it, because Cling to Dust is probably gonna cycle picking off one of their fetch lands. You want to pick up some Echo of Eons? Where's everyone getting the Lord of the Rings cards from? So I went to Goatbots and paid an arm and a leg for my copies of the One Ring. Luckily, not as much as they were this morning. By the time they finally had a reasonable amount of stock for me to get the 4, it wasn't too bad. So there are online like bot aggregators. I don't know the right way to describe them. The online MTGO realtors. Like goat bots that oh. I don't know if the cling was clutch. It's certainly helpful. I don't have enough black cards to pitch here. I think we're just like kind of slow rolling here. I mean, I could play Field this turn, Urborg next turn, Coffers on 4, and we just hold the if they Teferi, I'm a little concerned, but other than that. We're gonna march the Teferi? Well, I guess so, but then if they just creativity. Well, I guess the One Ring really protects us well from a single creativity turn. Yeah, zone theory is a really interesting-ish thing that I heard someone talking about, and then I have a really hard time what do I want to say? Agreeing that zone theory is relevant to the game of Magic. All right, we're gonna march this goblin now. I mean, I could do it at the beginning of combat. Then I run the risk of getting spell pierced into the. Anyway, I have a really hard time imagining that what zone theory presents is at all actually relevant to the game of Magic as it's played. Yeah, exactly. It's a theory, but it's one that I'm like, it seems valuable to game designers, but to actual players, I don't. It's just so the idea is that zones have a hierarchy and that there's I don't know, information to be gained, value to be gained from generating movement between those zones. Okay, so we lose a swamp here. We go Coffers One Ring. And we'll see where we get. So protection from everything is interesting in this case because it means this Archon won't trigger when it attacks me. And it won't deal combat damage, but that's neither here nor there. So this buys us a good chunk of time. My opponent asked me how much this cost me. I told them everything. It won't draw them a card. They can't put the trigger on the stack. I have protection from everything. And having a second One Ring here is really nice. Binding, that's fine. That's kind of my point, Kakarotese. It's like it's an interesting theory. I just don't know how you're ever supposed to use it. In a like, what do I want to say? There's so many different types of cards and and effects. Like, how does zone theory attribute for prison cards, right? It kind of falls apart trying to, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Teferi. Right, but zone theory doesn't deal with card advantage. Do they have a Ren and 6 activation? I think they do. They do. I would love to find a Bloodchief's Thirst. Oh. Do people just die when I say their names? So let's go Coffers. Thoughtseize. Oh God. Ah. Okay, it's fine. Okay. So they will be able to, oh man, if they have another creativity, I'm in huge trouble. I could, no. All right. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. We just ring again. I'm just saying. So what's going to happen is they can activate the reflection on my turn. I just really wanted to clear another Leyline Binding or anything else that's going to remove this ring. And now they have a Ren and 6 ultimate, so they have infinite like Veil of Summer. Like, it's just now they have way too much crap going on. It feels really untenable. This is Prismatic ending my One Ring because it's indestructible but not hexproof for some reason. Yeah. May not be good enough. Man, this felt like, oh no, we're toast. Because, well, no, because they don't get the Archon trigger here. They only get one on my turn. Well, we'll see. It still feels awful. And the Ren and 6, like, they're it is, Shauna. It's just a horrifying amalgam of all the most unbelievably powerful fair cards. Honestly, Veil was really the only annoying thing here. Like, everything else was kind of manageable. Veil blocked out literally all my interaction on that turn. Does not have protection from volcanoes. True dat. So this is what, 9 mana? 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah. I mean, they didn't ult their Ren and 6, so in theory I can blow it up now. I'm assuming this means they have another Veil, but maybe not. So 9 mana. But Bridge is not good enough because in the face of the no Veil, no green. Oh, yes, thank you. Bridge is not good enough in the face of their... Oh, I have a One Ring in my sideboard. That's what we're going to be doing here. Although I have not... Which means I can't kill the Ren and 6. Also, they have instant speed creativity on my next upkeep. So that's fucked. 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Brutal. I mean, they missed it on this turn cycle. We'll see what happens. They can copy once this is in play before the ring resolves. So this may not be good enough, but we're going to try. Yep. Oh, I can get back the one that they, yeah. The one that they prismatic endinged. It's kind of funny. Yeah. They missed. They may prismatic. Oh, right. I never dealt with the Renin 6. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, okay. Let's just GG go next. No. There's no point. There's no point. I forgot that I couldn't deal with the Renin 6 and do what I needed to do there. It's fine. We're on the play. This game changes a lot. This hand is not great, but it's good enough. Oh, I'm sorry, Shadowless. The chat's a lot more busy today. What's black and white and goes round and round? Penguin in a revolving door. Got it. It was not Infinity Tickets. This morning it was Infinity Tickets. Yeah, this is from Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8, the soundtrack is like 99% bangers. And it's all got this sort of like big band jazz vibe to it. Not all, but like mostly. We're going to play OBM next. I don't know what that is again. Orcish Bowmasters. No. I was talking about my request. Heh, nice. Unfortunately, can you play the album? Oh, Give by the Bad Plus. Okay. I mean, I can. I'm not going to do it now, but I'll listen to it myself. Because it sounds like an intriguing thing. Yeah. I mean, I'll be happy to play it on stream in future. Once I've listened to it myself. Not that I think it's going to be inappropriate or anything. I just don't want to. The nice thing about this kind of video game music is like it doesn't. I don't find it distracting in any way, which is hard for me. They're gonna. Okay, that's fine. I didn't want that anyway. Hey, look. God damn it. Okay. Definitely not Shadowless. I have no interest in playing that deck myself. But Freak You Nasty wants to play that. Theory, there's a blue-black deck that plays 4 Undoing, 4 Echo, 4 Narset, 4 Sheoldred, 4 Bowmaster. Sure. Oh, yeah. Well, Undoing works with some things. With not any of the things. God, they're just gonna do this again. Has this been every single game? I think it has been. I think this has been every single game. I suppose I should have drawn there to try to hit a Thoughtseize. Did they, Shauna? I feel like that's definitely possible, but it... Oh, they can upkeep... Or they can instant speed creativity. That's actually not a problem, though. As long as they're not removing our ring, I'm happy. Okay. Yeah, I should have drawn then. I 100% should have. But it's fine. Can I put them down a land here? So I have access to 7 mana. You go field. Get rid of their green. And that clears the way for Thoughtseize into One Ring. It costs me 2, but it gives me 1 back. Oh, they were not holding Veil. At all. They were very F6'd. They were tremendously F6'd there. I'm still gonna Thoughtseize and play the ring. This does not do anything. Well, not nothing, but... This hand almost makes me want to play Sheoldred instead here, but I do think that I have to play around them top decking. And I want to get the draw engine going sooner than later. This does not matter, but... Next turn I can triple field them and set them back pretty far. Although... You like Sheoldred? Yeah, because they're at 12. I think drawing more sooner is valuable, though. Opponent? You can definitely do that, Kakarot. I don't tend to do a lot of that. But it is definitely a thing that is done, can be done, will be done. I don't know the right way to say it. Oh my god. What the hell? I mean, I'm safe from... I'm safe from creativities. Oh, okay. That's a sick draw, because now we can get rid of the prismatic ending in their graveyard. So this turn I have, what, 9 mana? So I can double... You have to double push this turn. No, I'm going to play the One Ring. Creativity don't impress me much. I've got the ring. Do they have the touch? You go Shelly, Ring, Cling. I don't want to play... What are we... I like going Ring, Sheoldred, Cling the ending if that's the case. I don't feel like I want to play Sheoldred in a position where she could just instantly die. Does that make sense? I mean, I guess it makes it harder for them to... To what? Yeah, I guess that's a good question. If I mess with their lands right now, I can put them down. Oh no, they had a plains, so they still have a mountain. I can put them down a land. Yeah, that's probably not good enough. All right. So here's my Sheoldred. Yeah, their hand was certainly butts. Is the 2 life that important? I guess it's not. What would I have drawn if I had left up my mana? Karn? Karn with 1 mana left over is not great. But it's going to be great next turn. Oh, Wear Tear is not good at all in this matchup. I do not think they should have brought that in. But I understand not really understanding Karn with 5 mana, though. No, I had 9 mana total. I play the ring. I draw the Karn. Play the Karn. I have 1 mana left. Are you taking him next turn? Now they don't have a creativity in their graveyard. They have one in their hand. They can instant speed creativity for 3? Kling flirts that turn, I think, in case we draw a second coffer. Oh, yeah. Because Kling would have gotten me Karn. Karn would have taken their Archons. That's, yeah, okay. I was wondering what Kling was flirting with. That was confusing. So we're going to get triple Archon here. Gain some life. In before they flip into Emrakul after you steal the Archon. Man, I wish they would flip into Emrakul. That's way easier to deal with. No, this is fine. We're fine. Oh, there is an Emrakul. Okay. So let's discard. Push. And, push. Okay. Oh, I should have let that resolve before I... Well, that's fine. Okay. Draw for turn. Sheoldred. Okay. So... there's no land. Well, I suppose I could draw into a coffers, but I don't think I'm gambling that way. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they just drew 3 cards. I could Karn for a bridge, but that's not good enough. Annihilation still triggers through the One Ring. I would imagine it does, yes. Yeah. So I think... Nope. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to whisper. Well, I already played my swamp. I screwed myself over because I assumed that that wasn't possibly going to be useful. Okay, don't worry about it. Annihilate doesn't target. It doesn't matter. Yeah. I think, unfortunately, it's like Karn for bridge as a Hail Mary. But they have Wear Tear. So I have to draw into a Nihil Spellbomb too. Yeah, so let's see what this is going to hit us. Oh, I can cling. Shoot. I no longer probably have enough mana, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's on me. I could Night's Whisper into another cling, or... Oh, I cut the spell bombs. Kill 2 Archons. You need to cling both the Wear Tear and the Creativity. I don't think the Creativity kills me. Does it? Especially with potentially only one Archon left in their deck. It hits Bridge. Oh, of course. Yeah. No, I think we're just dead. That's fine. They had obscene hands in 2 games. I'm not worried about it. I'm just not. I just can't. I can't deal with that game anymore. I don't care. I just don't care. It's fine. I'm not worried about it. I know when I'm done. Those were medium hands, where every single game they had interaction on 1 and 2 Renin 6 and Teferi? Is that what we're saying here? That those are medium hands? Yeah? It was just like... I just couldn't interact with their creativities like at any point, basically ever. That was the big problem. They had 1 turn. Yeah, that's true too. Okay. We've got a reasonable hand against burn as long as they don't just have like all spells. This should be a really good matchup for this build. Oops, all bolts. Yeah, I mean, could be. That's almost a useful card to draw. I need them to... I don't need them to do anything, but... That's kind of what I needed them to do. Wait, what? Okay. I think I have to hold the swamp, though, in case... Yeah. They didn't float a white. Wow, what is happening over there? It's fine. I don't know what they kept, but I'm okay with it. You think it's like all Searing Blazes? I'm dumping a bunch of cards into this March of Wretched Sorrows. I'm dumping... Literally, I'm going to dump everything. I don't think it's incorrect at all to hold any of this. Just all in. Here are my chips going to the center of the table. With drawing the swamp there, I just feel like we just play the ring and then we... Weird! We have rings! I'm not waiting for that. Of course you can, Mort. As soon as I'm done streaming, you can borrow my rings. Of course, baby. The more people that get to play with these, the more love for the whole world. One ring for them all, into the darkness bind them. You better actually stream this time, though, Mord. You have to actually stream, though. That's the thing. It's not just enough to say you're gonna stream. I know you've been so busy. I'm not trying to come at you, my friend. I hope you're well. I love you very much. You're one of my favorite humans. Orcs has flash. Opponent, I'm killing myself for you because you're not doing it fast enough. All right, so I can Karn and whatever. I think I just want to map for the Urborg and then Karn next turn with a lot more mana. Yeah, the orcs, by the way, though, the orcs are like 70 tickets, Mord. It's silly. If Mord is your favorite human, who's your favorite non-human? My ex-girlfriend's sister's dog. His name was Trapper. He was very dumb. And I loved him. Urborg, Kling. Hey, we're doing good. The Luco Bridge. Having a good time so far. Okay. Here's my Urborg. I have 8 trillion mana. So, suppose I should have drawn my 3 first. That's funny, Shadowless. That's awesome. Thank you. There's my Sheoldred. I think what I want to do here is let's wish for... I don't really think it matters. Wish for another 1 ring, though? I think I like that. More rings? Yeah, baby. Blinged out in this bitch. I'm going to keep the old one with the 3 burden counters. I guess I'll play this Nihil Spellbomb. And then next turn we play Sheoldred and then draw 4 and gain 8 life. It's a shame my opponent hasn't had me interact with them in any way. How many Searing Blazes do you think they're holding? 2? It's 2, right? Which I'm not worried about. They have no fetch lands. Yeah, even if it was an ETB trigger bits, you would. Well, no, it is an ETB trigger. Sorry, it's an ETB if you cast it trigger. But yes, you do. They've lava spiked me. Oh no. Oh no, I'm at 15 against Burn. Yeah. Well, because I know exactly who the person is who put that together. No ETB if you trinket it. What is trinket? Trinket mage? Can't get that. Oh, Tinker. No. Yeah. Texas Toph is the dude. So I'm not gonna fire off my 1 ring card draw here. Because they have enough mana to kill my Sheoldred. We just hold on to it until they tap down and then they lose. In the meantime, I don't know. Not quite. Oops. It's fine. I can cling. That's fine. Who can claim they know someone? Only the shadow knows. Hey, look, we ran into a burn deck while playing Sheoldred. This rules. I mean, they had a truly abysmal draw. All right, we'll draw in response to that. If they want to stop me from gaining this life, they feel free to do so, opponent. By expending 2 further burn spells. Okay. I don't think that this was the way. Okay. I don't think. Okay. Oh, actually, I should cling before that resolves. So draw, gain life, draw, gain life. I might have too many cards. I don't know. Did I have something leave the battlefield? I did. I'll push my Sheoldred. What is this deck? That's something, I'll tell ya. Oh no! Yeah. We're against Burn, not boarding in Thoughtseize. I think we're probably good. Okay. Obviously, Night's Whisper is a little but Rift Bolt. Well. Wait, why would Esper Flash be playing Force of Virtue? It's a flash free spell. I mean, kind of. It kills people. Kind of. Am I casting this? No. My hand is good enough. That extra life loss could get me killed. My opponent said that they're quite new at playing and they've never played versus Coffers before. I believe them. I'm sending a lot of skepticism here. That would be probably correct, Shauna. Why not Shadowless? You think they've got a reason to lie? They told me that they drew no lands. combo you out with 5 bolt effects, they're going to be sorely upset by my One Ring then. Oh, I could have had the extra mana here. I'm not playing a Trinisphere, which would be the ultimate here. I don't know. Here's my ring. Sorry, Ross wouldn't agree with non-deterministic, like scientific, like past, what is it called? Past passive tense? Who would be the first person in chat to suggest the One Ring is actually a cock ring? I don't know. It hasn't come up yet. But when it does, I'll let you know. There you go, Shauna. I enjoyed seeing this today from the Calvin and Hobbes Reddit. This just made me so happy. You know what time it is now? 7:35. It's Miller time. I don't know why, but that absolutely slayed me. All right. This is a terrible hand if my opponent's on anything aggressive. However, most of this deck is well built against things that are aggressive, so I don't know. You haven't heard that slogan in years? Oh man. All right, we'll mulligan that. This is questionable but better. I do. Oof. All right, we'll ship Sheoldred. We'll find another payoff. What about a nice tepid one? So clearly should have kept the Sheoldred. The hot one being either me or Mord. Got it. Got it. I should have known that was going somewhere. Or Kaya. Or Kaya. Oh, are we against someone playing Flame of Honor? I bet we are. Dark fires will not avail you, Flame of Honor. Pretty sure that's where Gandalf says that. Ooh, I do like Hot Wings. Grixis Ledger Shredder deck. Okay. Bolt my face. Deal. Oh, is it Flame of Udun? I'm pretty sure you're right. I'm pretty sure you're right, Shauna. Damn. As soon as you said it, I'm like, oh, that does seem more correct. Hey! Yeah! Not a wizard. Yeah, so I think he's calling the Balrog the Flame of Udun. So I can Karn with 1 mana up, which does nothing for me. Oh, not yet. I can't. What am I talking about? I can play this expedition map, Let's push this. No, let's thirst this first. Thirsty. He fought the Balrog with the Flame of Anor? Really? Weird. Do I have 6 mana next turn? I do, right? Yeah. Which is Karn into... Well, we'll see. Karn into Chalice on 1 actually is probably pretty strong here. Especially if they play a small threat. Although they have Flame of Honor, so they have Shatters. It's the Guardian of the Flame of Honor, Gandalf. It is? Yes. Yeah. Goodbye. Oh no. Okay. Am I just grabbing Cityscape Leveler here? I am, right? How about a ring? I mean, we could. It's much more likely to get countered. Which, if that's really what I'm worried about, maybe I should be grabbing Cityscape Leveler. That could just get, like, terminated. I have 2 mana left over. I kind of want to play Chalice, but I just don't want it to immediately get countered. I think I'm just going, like, let's just not be stupid and just do the thing. Let's just shut up and dribble. They got to be running Snapcaster, right? They have to be running Snapcaster. There's no way in the world they registered this deck without Snapcaster Mage, right? Do I want to grab Barad-dûr? No. I mean, I want to, but I'm not going to. Maybe Demolition Field to start messing with their mana. Or Field of Ruin. Yeah. Yeah, Grixis Snapcaster is such a mood, right? Maybe I was supposed to grab another Coffers here, just have infinite mana, but I already have the 8 next turn. So they have to have specifically counterspell to deal with my Sundering Titan. Which, it's possible that they do. It's not unlikely, but at the same time, I feel like they're going to be on Drown in the Loch. Something to me about Grixis screams that they're playing Drown in the Loch. LMC, light motion control, linear modern corroborations, liquid metal coating. Oh, because liquid metal coating's a garbage card. I don't really mean that. What I mean is it's way too easy for your opponent to immediately kill your Karn, and then your liquid metal coating sits around going, what happened? What? I was expecting an earth-shattering kaboom. Where'd all my value go? I was meant to be useful. What? I don't understand. Yeah. 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 Coding is sometimes a way to close out a game, right? Like by turning your opponent's world into a shrinking one. But it's usually the wrong choice. Like, just a truly huge amount of the time, liquid metal coating is a bad choice. We're stopped on my upkeep. Opponent may be grieving. We don't know. Woof. I'm kind of tempted to get Chalice. Just like X2 it here. Because if they have Counterspell, it'll eat that up. The downside is like, I mean, I should just fire off this Karn activation first if I'm gonna do anything. Yeah, the problem with that is, like, most Planeswalker decks have a lot of interaction, and you just put yourself again in the same position where they remove your Karn and your coding's like, oh, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, we're wishing here. Yeah, Amulet's definitely a good one. Tron. Other Tron decks. Other land-focused decks. I'm just getting Cityscape Leveler? Maybe that's the best thing. Oh, I have an extra mana here. Oh, well. So they're playing actual Counterspell. Huh. Yeah, that was kind of the decision point, Dimigil. Just so confused on why they tanked on my upkeep for so long if they just had Counterspell. Not that it matters, but it's just weird. Like, what was the Fire Ice? Oh, maybe. Probably have 2 Unholy Heats. Then why didn't they use any of them on my Karn? They had 4 card types. Yeah, that's not the worst idea, Westminsterin. Uh, the thing is, the 4-color Aragorn, I don't know, it requires so many things to happen after you play it. Am I really playing this out for no extra value? Or should I just hold it? Yeah, I mean, it can't. Okay. 4-color Aragorn has been a riot in Commander. Yeah, I mean, it seems like a fun card, but I don't... Okay, what are the triggers on him? It's a payoff for food chain? Neat. Aragon the Uniter. Aragorn. 1/1 soul. They have breach? Jesus. Ah, no. Sorry. I'm not. I have no interest in this card. I knew I had no interest in this card. I have less than no interest in this card. He doesn't have a single mode that just says draw a card. This red mode only hits opponents. I'm not interested in this card at all. Wow. They just scoop it up to the 8/8 trample, huh? All right. Have I seen Radagast? Which one? I think there's more than one, right? Maybe it's in a commander set. I'm sure I've seen it, but if I don't remember it. Scry 2 is half a card almost. Yeah, exactly. Which is not anywhere near good enough. There he is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's fine. Spirit ain't too good for modern. Yes. I mean, not really, but like, I don't know. Ponder is. Is Preordain actually too good? Maybe not. Yeah, Radagast, like, I could see it seeing play in, like, I don't know, Yawgmoth, but, like, I don't know. Yeah, but Kaya, the real answer is Peak is too good for Modern, but don't spread it around. Do I want to cut my Bloodchief Source for Thoughtseizes here? I think I do. Let's spread it around. Why would Yawgmoth want a 4-mana creature that doesn't do anything? Yeah, the problem is it doesn't... well, hold on. It doesn't do nothing. The problem is if you're casting 1-drops, it's not great. This hand does not seem good enough. This is fine. You think the pitch casters in MH3 will be planeswalkers? Is that what are you? Do you mean permanent ones or temporary ones? Wait, what the hell? Nice set name. Let's get this map in under any kind of spell pierce. Yeah. Radagast is just, it's like for 4 mana, I don't know. It feels like it might be kind of close, but I don't know. I'm not interested in that card. The problem for me is it's like Collected Company where it doesn't guarantee you anything. Like at least with the new Nissa, I really like that it doesn't miss. I cannot begin to describe to you how important to me it is that it just doesn't miss. No, it's not, because they kill your Nissa and then you have another Nissa. So I understand what you're saying, but it's not a miss. So they probably have a bauble here. So let's just get this thing down like this. Probably permanent ones with low loyalty, maybe ones with only minus effects. That would be kind of cool. I see that. I could see that. I don't know why they would do specifically that. I need an Urborg. I'd rather Thirst or Thoughtseize this turn. This is Thirst. Yeah. Getting rid of their Ledger Shredder before it provides them with any card selection feels good. Did they just draw that bauble? They must have done, right? That's funny. 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 Good draw. not a great draw. I don't want to field them because it maybe gives them Flame of Honor mana, which lets them draw 2 cards. We have interactive instant enchantment, interactive creature. What else is there? Interactive artifact? For free spells? Like for force spells? Yeah, what about a land that's also a force channel? Pitch colored artifacts, except one of them in the cycle is a colored artifact instant. Ah? Ah? Boy, does this ever die to a Flame of Honor, huh? Well. Wow. Okay. You want a pitch card that'll let you play with Eternal Scourge? I do think that they should do a colorless force. I think that would be a kind of funny, interesting thing for them to do in MH3. Like, it's just one of those things of like, here's some free design, Space Wizards. Maybe use it. Target player draws 2. Yep. I see how it is, opponent. You countered my draw 2, but when you want to draw 2, it's all okay. Nerd. Well, that's why it's going to suck. The colorless pitch spell would definitely be very, very poor, right? Okay. Snap, consider, and response? Fine. Totally fine. Excellent use of a Snapcaster. Wouldn't be hard to not... Yeah, that's fair. A colorless non-land card. Done. Yeah. No, you can let it pitch artifacts, Kaya. I mean, if you want it to be specifically Eldrazi themed, I guess you don't do that. But, I don't... That seems unnecessarily restrictive. So you hit the coffers. 5 mana. Sheoldred push. Seems fine. I guess Karn push is also pretty good. I like Sheoldred push. It's probably going to cost them a bunch of mana to deal with. Yeah, I agree, Kaya. You can make it a lot more powerful if you have it exclude artifacts. That you're not wrong. That is, and that maybe would be why they would do that. I think that would be a nice toggle, right? It'd be a nice slider that they could use in the design of like, well, how good do we want this to be potentially? Okay, they are looking kind of screwed here, which is what I want. Drawing cards against my Sheoldred, you say? think Power Stones are a great design space. I disagree. If only because the only Power Stone card that gets played is Cityscape Leveler, which is... You seem incredibly dead, opponent. Power Stones are a great design space in Limited. So is a lot of stuff. I'm not saying that that's invalid. No, I agree. I agree. They were 100% awesome in Limited. They're going to take the hit? Oh, man. Okay. Cool. Anyway, here's my Karn. Yes, Stern Lesson did get a tiny bit of play. Cool. All right, we've got some wins. We got some wins. Getting squeezed out by a good player playing creativity on great draws is not a problem to me. Also, in theory, our game 1 is the worst against creativity, and that's the one we won. The only game where they didn't draw Teferi. How's the ring been? Pretty great. Pretty great. I mean, it's hard to tell how good it was against Burn because the Burn player just didn't do anything and rolled over and died. No respect for static net in Pioneer Urian artifact deck. Okay. QRS. Okay, that's not a... Okay, it's not a colorless non-artifact card. Oh. Oh, absolutely. No respect at all. No. Is Ban Heaven Pioneer where it's still legal? Yeah. Keep this. If we're against an aggro deck... Yeah, just play 4-color Omnath and put some rings in it, dude. And then make a YouTube video of like, I thought 4-color might not be good enough, so I put a ring on it. They mulled to 5? What is this? Humans? Humans with no 1-drop. Feels magic, man. It's gotta be a Thalia, right? Yeah. Oh, Thalia's Lieutenant. That is not the same thing at all. Okay, then. I will boldly Night's Whisper. Oh, baby! Oh, what? Oh! Oh, it's so sick. Coffers, cool. So we need a Urborg. So let's go map for Urborg now. As the Utes say. 2 Utes. Yeah, I said Utes. What's the problem? I'm sorry, 2 what? 2 Utes. I'm sorry, are you trying to say youths? Yes. All right. Getting a little beat up. Should be able to recover nicely here. Here's my ring. Here's my spell bomb. Pass the turn. The ring does make it a little tricky to bridge. Boromir, Warden of the Tower. Interesting. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast to counter that spell, so no zeros. Oh, that card's awful. Oh, never mind. Cool. Huh. My one ring. Why aren't you tempting me? Yeah, is worse Linvala? No, not Linvala. Lavinia. Yeah. All right, good draw. Great draw. Law creatures. Yeah, I got you. Here's my unbeatable death monster. We call her Shelly. Oh, what the hell? Let's see if I find other removal. Good enough. Draw 2, gain 4, lose 2? It's better than map here? Yeah. So go to 15. They're off it. I have a feeling we're going to be advantaged here. I mean, they did mull to 5 that game, but somehow I think we're going to have a good time in this matchup. The ring. Mord, is that the name of the next episode of Faithless Brewing? Is the One Ring the new Oko? No. Or no, even better, get ahead of it. The One Ring is not the new Oko. It's better. Muffins, I'm telling you right now, I would not be surprised to see that 5-0. I literally wouldn't be surprised at all. And it's like, yeah, I just put 4 cards that I never used in my deck, and I won anyway. It's burn. What do you want? Like, there's just, if you play enough leagues with burn, you're just gonna kill people in every single game in some of them. That is not a Thalia. Yeah, it's better to kill this, in theory. Yeah. Good draw. Get out of here. Thalia's Lieutenant. Love to see it. If the ring was 3 mana, like Oko would probably get played in burn. I mean, that Oko literally required them to stretch to 2 colors to play it. 2 colors. I think you can 5-0 with 4 copies of the ring and burn. I don't know if they played Boros Charm in those versions of burn. Which feels insane to say, but like, I don't think they were playing Boros Charm. What's the bounty on this? Not all the infinite cred you'll have. You will get so much like internet points for being the person who 5-0s with This doesn't give. Okay, we can let them attack. Cloud is meh. Oh, I agree with you. I want $50. No, because then I would do it. I don't even want to play burn. I'm not good at it. I don't like it. But I would do it for $50. Hey man, $50 is $50. Do I need to draw cards now? No, let's just gain 1 life. Or 3 life, sorry. Should I try Yawg with Halfling? Of course. It's a new card while the set is new. You cannot rent stuff yet. Yeah, I would not recommend buying them, no. Now's the time to do it if you're going to stream. If you're going to stream, then you buy new cards now. Adeline, that's fine. I think this version of the deck might need Wraths. That's kind of been the feeling, is that the One Ring gives you a lot of time and cards. This is a weird question. Does anyone know if there's like a modal Wrath? Like something that's like, it can be a Wrath, but it's also kind of okay in other situations? I just don't think that kind of card exists much. It's kind of Wrath or bust. Drawing ring into ring against aggro decks is pretty great, but I just need a way to clean them up. Fury. That is not the thing at all that I was asking for, but thanks for playing. So let's just gain 1,000,000 life killing this Adeline. I think that's the play. Assuming they have another Anthem or something, or another Thalia's Lieutenant, is 7, 5, 12, 13, 14, 15 damage, plus the ring, but I'm about to gain 6. Path to Peril. Yeah, but it doesn't kill planeswalkers. No, 5 mana is probably not. All right. I'm probably asking for the moon. Yeah, I just want to do it all. Maybe it's just, you know what it is? It's probably put an O-Stone in the sideboard for Karn. I think that's probably what I'm asking for, is Karn needs to be a Wrath. I think that's probably the play, because One Ring is indestructible. So here we just end their career. Here's my Sheoldred. Here's my life gain. Ballista's way too slow. Ballista is way too slow. Yeah, I guess Sylex or... But the Ratchet Bomb and Sylex don't deal with a board like this. No, the card I want is just O-Stone. Don't be afraid to just play the card that you want. It's O-Stone. O-Stone is the card. That's the card I want. For what this deck is doing and how it's doing it, I'm fairly certain O-Stone is the get. What's wrong with All Is Dust? You can't wish for it. It doesn't... Oh. Interesting. They interest you in a Crux of Fate. No, but thanks for playing. Yeah. Good try. Keep it up, champ. You'll get him someday. Pep talk. Here's my Sheoldred. I think I'm funny. Oh, that's a shame. I should have activated coffers. I didn't think about the way that works out. Yeah. Oh well. Good for next turn. So what do I want to do here? Set up a new ring? Probably, huh? Set up a new ring. I'm okay with losing 5 next turn. Play map. Grab another coffers. Pass the turn. You got another Solitude in you, opponent? I doubt it. Sanctifier Envec? Qu'est-ce que c'est là? Pourquoi tu joues sanctifié? Yeah, I agree with that one, green white dinosaurs, but what are you gonna do? Baguette. Here's my Karn. How big is this? Super lethal? Walking Ballista. Super lethal. It's not, but... Omelette du fromage? Alright. Be right back. Shouldn't have had all that beer and coffee and watermelon. The ring has one game single-handed. I'd say it's pretty good. Well, you have to think about like what else would you be playing in that slot, right? So in a reasonable number of these games, I think that Golos into Cataracts would have been fine too. This is a okay hand. So measured against that metric, how good has it been? Opponent mulls to 6. Barad-dûr coming in tapped here is kind of annoying. The thing is, they can't answer the ring with removal. And actually, that's not true. When we played against Creativity, they answered many of my rings. We have not. But the one game I drew it, Mord, it was against... Well, that's unfortunate opponent. It was against... Burn, and they just didn't play any creatures, or the Grixis deck, which immediately had conceded. Yeah. Leyline Binding and Prismatic Ending both get the ring. Okay. I need to draw a black card right now, or I need them to not Thoughtseize me. Okay. Because this is only 3 damage. So let's play Field App. Next turn, I can kill the Fury with what I have. If I get Thoughtseized, I cannot, but I think it's going to be close. But if I get Thoughtseized, then I draw a black card, I'm okay. So, are 4+ color decks? Absolutely they are, because Prismatic Ending is more useful in the earliest parts of the game than Leyline Binding. Not to say... Okay. So this is an upkeep play on this next turn. If they have an out to that, oof, it's going to be fairly rough. But there's nothing I can do about it. Okay. No second Feign Death, please. I think they have it, but there's nothing I can do. There are lots of good draws to get us out of this, too. It doesn't exile an opponent. If you have the thing, do the thing. Hey, Garriod Lich. Oh. Groovy. How goes the ring circus? Good. Quite good. Please Thoughtseize me? Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. This set is really awkward. How do you figure? Like awkward to draft? Not, I don't. So if they Blood Moon, I go Field, and then I fetch a Swamp, so I'm okay there. Limited wise, you just don't like it. That's fine. I already have another Coffers in my hand. Let's start messing with their lands. Oh, sorry. I think I'll cycle the Spellbomb too. Not worried about getting scammed right now. Well, should I worry about being scammed? I think drawing a payoff is so good here, though. Because they floated that mana, they could play a K-Com and pick up their Fury. I'm just going to let it go. Okay, they didn't do anything. That's fine. Cling to Dust is a great draw. Let's play Coffers. Pass the turn. Barad-dûr might... Well, we're playing both Barad-dûr and Castle, right? I'm playing Barad-dûr and Castle in this particular build. I don't know. Or did I cut it? Did I cut the Castle? Am I crazy? What did I do? No, I kept the Castle. I cut something. Oh, it was the Cataracts because we're not playing that. We're not playing Golos. Let's bring in Thoughtseize. I think push can go. 3 pushes can go out. How's the land been? I feel like it was part of why my opponent scooped out of that game, although admittedly their hand might have just been all sorts of removal, like completely non-functional removal. Hey, Shana. Good night. Yeah, I think I like this. I guess on the draw, let's split the difference. You don't want too many Thoughtseizes against Scam, but if you can have one early, it's pretty good. Yeah, a Scam of Fear, you make it 15-15. Yeah, like, exactly. Like, that's the position they were in there. Can I keep this? I mean, I can. Am I gonna keep this? Yeah, I think so. They mulligan? They keep their 7. Screw it. I got lands. Don't Ragavan me, please. I mean, if they grief scam me, they take everything, right? It's not yeah. Oh, if they Thoughtseize, yeah, they take the Night's Whisper. But that's like you are very frequently in a non-stop top decking battle against Scam. Like, that's just what it is. So I feel like often it's just keep the playable 7s. That's not necessarily true. Like, this is a situation where it's like, mulliganing to a 6 would have been better. But then if I got griefed, then it's like, what do? They're gonna take my Night's Whisper here, and then we'll play the Cling afterwards. If they take the Cling, whatever. All right. Okay. People are all about these Orcish Bowmasters? Really? Hopefully not against me. My One Ring doesn't like it. Wonder what the first iteration of the One Ring looked like. I bet we get that someday. Oh, well, okay. If they cast this, I'm conceding. I don't want to play against my own Karn. Yeah, it's fine. Monkey is an inexcusable card. Monkey is an inexcusable card. Monkey's not okay. All right, I think let's get these spell bombs out of here probably. The first iteration of Tept had a downside, and it should have continued to. All right, I'll keep that. Gotta draw lands, but it's okay. Treasures entering tapped would have gone so far? Yeah. Grief. They kept a 1 land. This hand was entirely Grief Scam, and now it's nothing? Okay. I've never watched any of it, Kaya. I've had it vaguely recommended to me, and I've had people also say, but you're Canadian. Like, yeah, but there was no TV by the time Letterkenny was on. So, what did they draw? Top deck Grief anyway? Fuck. You gotta be kidding me. Awesome. I can't wait to be turned to Blood Moon. Fuck off. Oh my god. Oh. It's fine, Kakarot. Oh, there's that land I needed. And they have an Undying Malice, so I can't kill this monkey. Oh, they could play the Dothy here. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so killing monkey's big game now. Oh, never mind. We'll just kill both. Somehow not have land, but that's okay. The one perk of playing the clunky spend deck is they don't get suspend from exile. Sure, absolutely. There's not only one perk, right, to the deck you play. Not at all. There's plenty of perks. Okay. So we got to hit our next land before they hit their next land. 26 land deck versus like 22 land deck. Got him. What am I playing here? Ring? It's like guaranteed to draw me 3 cards. Which is more likely to find me coffers and lands. Yeah, okay. It's also in this, they have no tools to deal with this card. More importantly, next turn we could play Karn and boot up the 1 ring and attack for 4 with an indestructible 4/4. This does give me protection from discard spells. I did play a land this turn, right? Oh, I'm going to activate this anyway, so. I guess, yeah, no, because they can't discard me. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they have no grief in their hand, but I think we'll be okay through that. Oh, no, they're off it. So nice little 4-1 on the opening salvo of this deck. While we were playing it, I did have a bit of a brainwave in that I would like to play Oblivion Stone in the sideboard. What relevant target player effects are there in Modern where you target yourself? Relevant? 0. Fringe? Several. Well, there was a burn player that I saw Spike against who had to multiply skewer the critics themselves because they put them on suspend. Archmage's Charm, Prismari Command, sure. Cut the Worm Coil. Yeah, Worm Coil seemed has never seemed good in these decks. Riftbolt. Sorry, it's a three mana burn spell that costs 1. Yeah, you're right. Riftbolt. No more. They suspended Skewer the Critics. They had that card that suspends things. I'm also interested in playing a 4th Thoughtseize in the sideboard just to make the sideboarding a little better. I don't know what else I'd want to cut. Obviously, we didn't fetch most of the things. I think liquid metal coating is almost always not great. So you can cut liquid metal coating from this sideboard. Soulless Jailer is pretty good against Yawgmoth. Joyra of the Gitu, there you go. I've never seen you. Yeah, it's so rare these days. So when I run this back tomorrow, I'm going to play it this wise. So if you're in the future watching this on the YouTube, make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, check out the other decks I've played, and I will see you there.